Mr. Gambhir, now on the question of why did the Delhi government roll back the liquor policy, the Aam Aadmi Party says tenders under any policy are renewed every year. The new liquor policy had completed 1 year and tenders had to be renewed. Under pressure from the centre, there was no officer who was signing in on the new tenders. If they had not, and they are saying that it's temporarily they've rolled it back. If they had not temporarily rolled back on the policy, then liquor vends would have shut down. The city would have been flooded with illicit liquor, and on top of it, revenue would have come down to complete zero, which they're anyway alleging at the behest of the LG.
No, that's not true. The only reason why they've gone back to the old liquor policy, have taken this liquor policy back, is because they were scared of getting exposed completely, and they eventually will get exposed completely. I've given the reason why they've opened 500 or 600, whatever amount of liquor shops in Delhi. The reason is because they wanted money. They wanted money to fight the elections, and that is all just probably try to put the blame on the LG, try to put the blame on the central government, which they've been doing it in the last 7 years, and they've been able to create that through the media as well. Tell me anything that happens, they keep putting the blame. Now the LG has come into the play as well. Central government, MCD, LG. So I think from their point of view, the only honest people in this entire country is Aam Aadmi Party, the CM of Delhi, and his cabinet. But unfortunately, that's not the truth.
Mr. Gambhir, the other
very cheap politics. Right. Eventually, it also has a life. Yes.
Yes. Mr. Gambhir, yes. The other big charge where that has been laid also by the CBI is that the bungling or a waiver of 143 crores and a little over that to the liquor mafia is what the Aam Aadmi Party gave. The Aam Aadmi Party says over 135 has been refunded back to the liquor cartel.
See, the thing is, I just want to say one thing, that there is clear corruption in the excise policy and the liquor policy, and that has happened through the Deputy CM of Delhi, and that he's getting exposed, and that we all know. And that is going to, and probably let the CBI do their job, and you'll get the entire truth, and he will completely get exposed. That is what I want to say, and that is a very, very clear thing, which we all know what he's done.
All right, well, that is to prove that money trail, quid pro quo, is the CBI's job. They will have to investigate it. On the other front, there's a huge charge which has been made by many, especially from the Delhi unit, Mr. Gambhir, where you come from, which is, they're showing these two newspapers. One is the New York Times, the other is the Khalij Times, with the same, an article lauding Manish Sisodia as education minister and his work. Now the charge that is laid by you is that this is an advertorial. The Aam Aadmi Party has now come out and thrown an open challenge and said, prove that this is an advertorial, because the Khalij Times has only given courtesy to the New York Times. You can't buy space in the New York Times, is what the Aam Aadmi Party is saying.
See, I don't want to get into something what anyone has said. When you talk about the education system, I can put it on record through your channel that without opening a single school in last 7 years, without opening a single new college in 7 years, how can it be a world-class education system? Can you send your child to a government school? Can I send my child to a government school? No. Can I send someone from my family to a government hospital? No. Is Mohalla Clinic a world-class health infrastructure? The answer, people will need to answer this. No, it's not. The point is, whatever they've done, New York Times, Khalij Times, I think that's their way of politics. For me, the most important way is what has happened on ground. On ground, in 7 years, nothing has happened, and without opening a single hospital or a college or a school, you can't end up talking about a world-class education system, which is such a pity that we still have to counter that, and we will counter it with our entire might. Because these questions are asked to us, and these questions should be asked to the Aam Aadmi Party, who's in power, but all these questions are asked to the opposition. So imagine what we have to face. We have to face a perception. I wish we were facing a man, but we will beat this perception.
Right. Mr. Gambhir, but when you look at the larger picture, then the opposition can turn around the same, saying that you guys are in the center. When you get into that debate, it might be a little rich, but I'll ask you one final question.
Please say that, but 190 crore people getting vaccination is not on paper.
Right.
80 crore people getting ration is not on paper. But sports university is on paper.
Right. Okay, I'm going to ask you, I'm just going to ask you one.
Only on paper, only on advertisement is there.
I will ask you one quick question, sir, before I let you go.
Yes.
The Aam Aadmi Party is now clearly building Arvind Kejriwal as the contender to Narendra Modi come 2024, especially at the back of the campaign that he launched, and this is what they are saying is spooking the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Only through you, through your medium, only through the news channel, without having a single MP in Lok Sabha. Again, the narrative. Again, what we've been accused of, that we're not able to build a narrative in BJP Delhi, just because we don't spend crores and crores of rupees on advertisement and on other things as well. This is just a media-created narrative, and I'm sure we all know that how it has been created. Not even having a single MP in Lok Sabha, and you're trying to build someone against the Prime Minister. And see, I can only laugh on it. It is such a shame that Delhi has been betrayed in last 7 years, and now they're projecting him through the media channel or through whatever sources they want to, and by whatever means they want to. That's up to them. They've got all the right to do that. But let him come out and open and answer this question, that why did he took that excise policy back, and another thing, how many school, colleges, hospitals has he opened in Delhi?